Where is the craziest place that you have ever masturbated?
In my grandma's room. I'm sorry, Grandma.
Oh, well.
Welcome to the Adult Time Podcast.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bree Mills. Welcome to the Adult Time Podcast. Yay. I am here with the incredible Jasmine T. Welcome.
Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming and, like I said, christening our new set. This is like the start of this new season. We've gone full Adult Time Rec Room.
I know, I love it. And I love how I'm one of the first podcasters here.
Absolutely.
Feels like I'm popping a cherry.
Yeah, you are definitely popping a cherry. I would love to know, when you look around this room, what is the first thing that stands out to you?
Oh gosh, Timmy in the corner, of course, throwing the peace sign at me.
Yeah, Timmy. We've got him here. He's our official co-host for today.
Yeah.
He's also immortalized in large format. We were talking before the podcast rolled that one day a mascot will show up here, but yes, yeah, Timmys are gradually taking over.
I love him. He's so cute.
He is very cute. Do you want to know the origin story of adult Tim?
How? What's the origin story?
Well, so the origin story actually comes from our line of merch. We had in the first run of T-shirts we ever did, we had an Adult Time T-shirt with just our logo on it, and the E at the end of it had kind of rubbed off. Someone had washed it a number of times, and he was walking around with an Adult Tim T-shirt.
Oh.
and so people started saying, like, who's Adult Tim? And then we're like, if we ever had a mascot, he would be Adult Tim.
His name is Tim.
There you go. When we finally created a mascot years later, we knew what his name was going to be.
I love it. It's perfect.
It is. So thank you so much for being here. We've had the chance, actually almost a year ago. We worked together on this not this set, but at this very location to do a cool project. So thank you so much for coming back and having the chance to be on the show and talk to us today. You have got an incredible, you've had a really interesting career, and I can't wait to kind of dive into it, learn a little bit more about you, talk about that cool project. But we are going to start with the beginning, which is an icebreaker game. So we're going to play a little icebreaker round that we call overrated or underrated. Okay, so the rules are very simple. I'm going to throw out some random things, and you are going to tell me, in your opinion, your expert opinion for each one of them, are they overrated, underrated, or do you feel kind of complacent? Are you neutral about them?
Okay.
Okay, so the first one would be voice memos.
Ooh, I think voice memos are underrated. I personally love hearing another person's voice through the phone, or also when they send me the little audio notes of the moaning. I just think it's so sexy and hot. And people need to do it more. Yeah. I'm tired of dick pics. Give me some audios of you nutting.
Okay. So with for you with voice memos specifically, you're thinking about you want to hear the sexy voice memos.
Oh yeah, I love sexy voice memos, but also too, I feel I also just like hearing the other person talk to me as if we're having an in-person conversation. I'll listen to them like a podcast while I'm doing my makeup and just think okay, it's like a little story time. Yeah.
Do you use a lot of voice memos just in regular texting and correspondence?
Oh, me personally, no, because I feel I'm just a lot better of a writer. But when my friends send me voice memos, I'm like, okay, time to sit down, lock in, and really take in what they have to say.
It's funny because I've found, especially in the last couple of years, the busier I get, the less time I have to dictate anything by text. Mm-hmm. And so I now almost exclusively use video memos or voice memos, simply because it's faster than typing.
Oh yeah, it's so much faster because it's obviously our mouth runs a lot faster than our fingers, and it's just so easy.
Yeah.
I really need to use voice memos more.
There you go. All right. So underrated will be used more by Jasmine. Okay. So you mentioned you like a good real moan in a voice memo. Yeah. But how do you feel about the fake moaning? Fake moaning, overrated, underrated?
overrated for sure. If it doesn't feel good, then don't fake a moan, because I feel like, you gotta really tell the person that, you're not being pleasured, and like, I'm just not really into the fake moaning stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all really conditioned too to be skeptical of moans, right? Because like so much of what we're kind of conditioned about porn and stuff is like, oh, it's all fake. It's all fake. And so then you hear somebody and you're like, nah, is it real? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's like there is that stigma in the porn, like, oh, no one's enjoying it. I must be no one, like, because I'm letting out the real moans.
All right, so your moans are never fake.
Yes.
In your pornos, good. Okay, so next one up is posting gym selfies. Is that something that's like overrated, or is that something that's underrated?
Ooh, gosh, I post like a gym selfie, or I try to on my Instagram, like every time I go to the gym. And I know like some people are like, oh, just go in for your workout. But I would say posting a gym selfie is very underrated. It's so nice to just kind of document your progress. And I feel like it's a way to kind of hold yourself accountable. Like, okay, everyone is gonna be waiting for my gym selfie. They're gonna need to know that I go to the gym. So yeah, I feel like they're underrated.
Well, and you do a great job because, as a content creator, you obviously have to like kind of, your brain is always thinking about what to document, right? But I noticed that from your socials, you do a great, almost like a vlog style where, and so does it come naturally to you to like, I'm going to do this and there's going to be some, like video, photo component of it. Do you always sort of think like that, or just it flows naturally?
Oh gosh, I really had to train myself because funnily enough, like before social media, I was completely off social media. I was always like live in the moment type of deal. But then now looking back, I often like find myself wishing like, oh man, I wish I just had like a little clip of that moment to like bring myself back. So I have been trying to be better, like whether it's like going to the gym and my ass looks nice, like I'll snap a picture, or like, at a rave, at least just get 30 seconds of content. And yeah, it is just really nice to look back and like bring yourself back to that moment.
Yeah, there was a period of time, this was a couple of years ago, where I was like, all right, I am going to like use my IG story to just document like almost like a photo diary. So I'll start each day, I'll post like this is the date, and then I'll post a series of stories from whatever I did the day, if it was exciting or boring, and I'd have it as a memento. And I did that for like a good long while, ended up falling off of it, and now of course like just I'm terrible at my social media, and thank God we have a good team, I can repost stuff. But I often will get like those come up in my memories, and for that same moment of like what you said about being able to look back, it's when I go and see those time capsules, I'm like, oh,
right?
Yeah, they were so well organized back then. Yeah,
I know. I love the little memories on the iPhone. It's like, remember this 7 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's like a picture of like my cat when he's a baby.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, so definitely underrated. People shouldn't be ashamed to document, because you're going to look back one day and it's going to be a baby cat and you're going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
What about ASMR?
Ooh, ASMR. Man, I like ASMR, but I feel like people have turned ASMR into everything. So I feel like I would have to go with overrated, because you just get ASMR. I saw on YouTube the other day, like ASMR sleeping at your boyfriend's place. Like it's just the really strange, like niche videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree as well that, well, like when you say like you like ASMR, do you use it in the conventional sense of how people will use ASMR to relax, or is it more just like you think it's cool as a general concept?
I just think it scratches like the little itch in my brain somehow, and the ASMR I consume is just very memey like ASMR.
Yeah.
It's like someone one of my favorite ASMR channels is someone who's like using like a squirrel finger puppet, and then they like eat slime off the microphone, and then they have another one that's like fighting the other squirrel for the slime. It's really stupid. Like, that's like the kind of type of ASMR I consume.
Yeah, why don't they make more of those? Why are they doing this? Watching my boyfriend sleep ASMR.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so skinny dipping. Is that overrated or underrated?
Oh, underrated. I love skinny dipping. Oh my gosh. Like, just feel so free, like to be naked in the pool. I remember when I went to Cancun, I booked out like my own private like swimming pool type of room, and I was just naked in there 24/7. And then it's like, I don't know, it was just so fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then final one. Well, I've never done this. I don't know if you've done these before, but escape rooms.
I love escape rooms. No one wants to go with me though, so they're underrated.
To me, okay, so you're gonna have to explain to me why it's underrated. Because I look at an escape room, and I like to think of myself as being somewhat clever, but I look at that and I'm like, ooh, that's a commitment that I don't want to take.
Oh,
like if I want
yeah.
leisure, I don't want to be locked in a room and have to think my way out of the room.
Oh, that's true. It can be stressful, but I'm also like the type of person that thrives in like stressful environments, so I love it. I love puzzles. I love like, I don't know, being stressed out, I guess. I just find them so fun.
What's your favorite escape room you've ever been to?
Gosh, man. I actually haven't been to one. I play escape rooms on like video games, but no one ever wants to go with me to an escape room.
All right, so you heard it here, folks. Jasmine would be open to hearing about potential going to escape rooms if you're the right
Yes.
person.
Take me on a date to an escape room, please.
All right, so good. So thank you so much. Overrated, underrated. We've got some good ones. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your journey into the industry. Ooh. So according to the research of our team, you got your start posting faceless nudes on Reddit.
Oh, yes, I did.
Take us back to those early days, Jasmine.
Oh, goodness. I think it was 2016. I was like sophomore in college, super bored. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just take a nude. I thought the nude looked really good, so I posted it on Reddit. And, like it blew up. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist, so I just kept on posting for fun. And then someone actually DM'd me one day and asked, can you make me like a video? Do you do like customs? And I thought, I don't know what that is, but if you're gonna pay me, sure, why not? I'm a broke college student working 2 jobs to make ends meet. Ends are not meeting, so why not? I did the custom. I forgot how much he paid me, but it was like, I was a college student, broke college student, so I was like,
so it felt like a lot.
Yeah, it felt like a lot. And I had a lot of fun, like turning someone's fantasy into real life. So then I transitioned into like making porn. I think my very first site I joined was ManyVids. Yeah. And it only was supposed to be something that I did kind of like to support myself through college. Then I graduated. Job market was like hard, especially with COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Time to do this full time.
Yep, and never look back.
Yeah.
So let's go back and I have a couple of questions just to kind of dig in a little bit. So you mentioned that I've always felt like a little bit of like an exhibitionist. So when you decided, you're on Reddit, you post a nude. Well, you take a nude and you think, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm going to post that on Reddit. Was that because you had already been on Reddit and you knew like people were posting nudes and you already kind of had in the back of your mind like it was a potentially kind of a thrilling thing to do? Or yeah, like what was did you sort of share nudes with people in the past, or what was your nude history?
Oh, my nude history.
Your history of nudes. Not your nude history, but your history of nudes.
History of nudes. Oh yeah. I definitely like shared my nudes, like especially with the guys I was casually hooking up with. Send a ass pic, send a titty pic in the bathroom. And I think my ex was the one who like showed me Reddit, and I was like, oh, that's kind of hot, like a place where you could just post like nudes anonymously and like show off your body. So that's kind of like how I got my start.
Yeah. And then when you got that first DM request, you mentioned like, I don't know what a custom is. What was the custom request? Do you remember?
Oh, he just wanted me to like jiggle like my tits and like the casual all
Yeah,
that, playing
yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
Yeah.
One always remembers their first.
I know.
But yeah, so it was like all solo stuff within your comfort zone, and then
Yeah.
kind of opened your eyes up to like, oh, maybe other people would be interested in custom stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like I had a lot of fun like, just making that short video for that person, and like I thought like, "Oh, what if I like start making my own like videos?" Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, like that's what transitioned me into like mini vids and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, and many of it's at the time, if you were talking like kind of the 2017 to 2020 era, like they were, quite big at that time, and
Yeah.
doing a lot of outreach with different types of content creators. So they were definitely a good place for creators to like sell their stuff. Maybe what were some of your kind of experiences as for an early content creator, some of the lessons you learned in your first couple of years making your own content and selling it?
Oh goodness. Always like if you think of yourself like if you like have a price point you set for yourself, do it higher. Like people will always like pay more like yeah. And I feel like I definitely sold myself short, especially starting out. And like looking back, I'm like, wow, like my work, like I put like a lot of work into my craft, and I was charging like, not to like shame any people who do this price, like, but I was like charging like $8 per minute when I could have done so much more because
Yeah.
it's like a lot of like time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like especially getting the the lighting, so like my asshole would show and like all the holes. It was hard. It's hard.
Well, and these are the things that people, when they're requesting customs, do not necessarily appreciate.
Yeah.
But lighting makes all the difference.
It really does.
Yeah, it makes all the difference, and it takes a lot of time to set that up when you're doing it all yourself as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when I would do like my own solo videos, sometimes it would take me an hour to make like a 5-minute video, and people wouldn't know that. They would just see the 5 minutes and think it's 5 minutes of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't see like the tripod setup, like getting the angles to make sure like my face isn't in view, and the post editing, like it's a lot that goes into it.
So what I know that you started on Reddit and doing those posts, and that led to the DM request for the custom, which sort of led you into, whoa, I could make content to at least support me during college and beyond. When did TikTok come into the picture? Because I understand that you had quite the blow up on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
That's how I first saw you, was on TikTok.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, TikTok. I think it was in 2020, like, so I did like my face reveal because what happened was essentially like a Band-Aid got ripped off. Like my parents found out about what I did. I moved out, and like, COVID happened. So I'm like, okay, well, I graduated. My parents found out. I don't have work. Those were like the three like kind of concerns that were like holding me back from like putting my face out there, doing this full time. And I mean, it kind of just felt like the universe was pushing me towards a sign. And I thought, fuck it. Like, full-time sex worker, full face out there, let's do it. And I felt like I was using TikTok because I just thought it was a really fun social media platform. And I thought, if I could use Reddit, which could be a like safer word platform to promote, I could promote myself on TikTok somehow. So I started like doing stupid TikToks, doing the dances, and it blew up. And yeah, here I am.
Yeah, well, if you were getting into that around like the 2020, 2021, like right place, right time for sure. Now the algorithm's so hard.
I know, and it's so oversaturated too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I miss the days where like back in the day you would post a TikTok and it would like 500,000 views in like a day.
Yeah.
Now it's like slowly climbing there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the same game that it was back then. I was using TikTok a lot at that time as well. And
Really?
Yeah, and it's hard. I have a great respect for people that do like full-time TikTok focused marketing because
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
It is. Oh my God.
So what were some of like your, especially with Reddit, because I think a lot of creators miss the opportunity to use Reddit as a marketing tool, and it's a very powerful marketing tool. So what were some of your like kind of key tactics using Reddit to get yourself out there?
Oh, man, this was like one of the things like I would do to make sure like I got the top post. I would look to see the timestamp of like the last post like that was made that is at the top of the feed. And if it's like over 10 hours like ago, that means that I guess it's decaying, like the post is decaying, so like it's gonna start moving down the feed. And I'm like, well, now is the perfect time to post because the fresher the post and the more upvotes it gets, like the further it gets pushed up. So that was one of the tactics I would use. It was pretty tiring though because I remember I would wake up at 4 in the morning looking at the feed, looking through multiple subreddits, seeing like, okay, which one has like a really old like top post? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. This one. And sometimes like it's like the timing is really hard.
Yeah, well, you have to be
Yeah.
on it, right? Like lots of manual like checking, being ready to jump on an opportunity when it comes up. So
Yeah, definitely. And like, it gets so disheartening when your post doesn't make the top post because like everyone is trying to post at that same time.
yeah.
Yeah, I have like a couple of friends who also started on Reddit, and like when we finally met in person, we'd be like, "Oh man, like I used to hate you because you would always beat my post in that subreddit," and I'm like, I felt the same way. Yeah, but we're all chill now.
So what are some? Do you still use Reddit a lot, or like, and do you still use it in your personal life? Like, is it still your porn go-to?
Ooh, I do post on Reddit every now and then, but mainly like kind of just showing off cosplay, and then like sometimes I'll post in like AGW, Asians Gone Wild, which is where I got my start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is still a really great place to promote, but I think like the saturation makes it harder. I do like scrolling through the subreddits though. Yeah, there's some great porn on there.
Which subreddits do you spend the most time on? Like, what are your go-to subreddits?
I like NSFW gifts. I think that's just like a classic.
You're gonna find everything you want and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like Pornhub's TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like the best research tool. So like if I have an idea on a different, or like if I want to kind of see how potentially interesting a niche is, I'll go look at the subreddit communities.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a good indication on like what matters to that sub niche. Yeah.
It's a really great place to research.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Pornhub and Reddit are just like where I learned so many like fetishes, like this and that. And God, people have been sleeping on Reddit for sure.
I probably one of my favorite, I don't remember exactly what the subreddit is called, but it's basically the fetish of like women being nude and embarrassed. Do you know that one?
Yes, I know that one.
And it's got like a naked, I want to say naked and ashamed, but I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, but it's along that line. But that one's just fascinating and it's so popular.
Yeah.
And it's really just like photos of women standing in front of groups looking embarrassed, like topless looking embarrassed.
Yeah. It's interesting what kinks there are. There's also like happy embarrassed girls where like it's the same premise, but they're smiling.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And there's always like variations on like, you like embarrassed porn, well, you're gonna get it in every emotional range.
Yes,
Yeah.
angry embarrassed
Angry
girls.
embarrassed.
There you go.
Well, of course, like that's where that's the first place I ever saw free use. Fantasies was like on Reddit, and I did a series, or we still have a series we do every so often called Prego World, where it's like faux pregnancy fetish, but I like based a lot of the dialogue and a lot of the positions and stuff based on just like what people were saying in like the pregnancy sex subreddits. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, wow.
There you go. So fun fact, when you are into pregnancy sex, the thing they care about the most is how heavy the women are getting and the fact that they can still have sex in certain positions despite being so pregnant. And it's all about like captions of women saying like, I can't believe I can still do reverse cowgirl when I'm 8 months. Weird.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I ate all that up in the research. I'm like, I'm gonna bring
my
that right
God.
into the dialogue of the scenes.
I love that. Those captions are like also really great to read.
Yeah.
Just like for writing your own scripts.
Well, exactly, yeah. 100%. That and literotica. Literotica is also like the gold mine for stuff. All right, so you became, big on Reddit, obviously like just crushed on TikTok. We're making your own content. What made you interested in collaborating with studios and doing more mainstream porn?
I think it's just the art. Like, I feel like it's like I've only done like 2 studio scenes before, the one with adult time, and then I also did a Lust Cinema one.
Yeah.
And it's like fascinating to kind of see like the production side, and I feel like I always come out learning something new that I can also implement when making my own porn. Like, oh, I like really like this angle that they got of me. Like, oh, I really like how they did this like movement, and it's also really nice to kind of see the final product and look at it and be like, wow, I was part of that.
Yeah.
Like, I was part of this.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and you picked 2 good studios to collab with, especially for like high production value and creativity and attention to detail and all of that stuff. So
Yeah, I love adult time. Yeah.
well, so speaking about creativity and adult time, you were in one of our most like one of our top projects of last year. We actually filmed. Well, it was when I look at the lesbian charts, it would have been definitely in like probably the top 5 most viewed lesbian scenes that we put out last year. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it was finally an all AAPI orgy. It was written by Kimmy Kim, who we love. Shout out Kimmy.
Yeah, we love Kimmy.
I think Lulu Chu collaborated closely with Kimmy on that one as well. And we brought in like an all-star cast, an all-Asian, beautiful all-Asian cast, and had an amazing day on set.
It was so fun. Oh my gosh.
So walk me through your like experience being part of that project.
Oh my goodness. Well, Kimmy messaged me, I think 2 months before the shoot date, asking, hey, I'm writing this scene for adult time, and like it's gonna be an all Asian girl like orgy. I want you to be part of it. And I thought, me? Like little old me who's never done like, or not never, but like who rarely does studio work. It was such an honor for her to reach out to me, especially like on her specific project. So I was really excited, but also really nervous because it's like something new, like that, or not really new, but something I don't do often. Like, but you guys treated me so well. Like we had dumplings, like hair and makeup. It was so nice to just get out of bed and get to the studio and just, have like my hair and makeup be done like while my brain is still waking up.
Yeah,
It was really nice. Yeah.
We, I know that it was, now would that have been your first pro shoot at that point, or you had done the project with Lust already?
I did the project with Lust already.
Yeah, so, but I would say that we were the first pro like orgy scene.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it was my first time like doing an orgy scene with that many people.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. Like I loved the cast, and like the crew was great. The dumplings were great.
Yes. I was saying that probably one of the biggest points of praise we've ever received, our talent liaison who always checks in with everybody after our scene was like, well, you all did something right with the lunch you ordered that day, because everybody was talking about that. And so, yeah, like it must have been like, I would imagine like, pretty intimidating coming in and it being like a full 8-girl orgy scene, but you all had such amazing chemistry. What was your experience when you were in the middle of that orgy?
Oh my God, I was so wet. Like you said, it was a all-star Asian cast, and I was like, yeah, most of those people I have like watched their stuff, had like big crush on. Like I have been wanting to work with Lulu Chu for a while. So when I saw them, I was like, oh my goodness, I finally get to work with them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like especially since I guess like it was an all Asian cast. I felt pretty comfortable, you know. Yeah, it was so much fun.
I think my favorite moment from the making of that day was Lulu, who we work with all the time. We love Lulu when they said they wanted to have the face sitting train, and all of you were like, yes,
yes.
And Casey Calvert, who was producing that project with us and was shooting camera that day, was right underneath. And she looked back at me, and just the grin on her face of like, look at what we are capturing. That was my favorite moment.
It was amazing. I feel like I've never seen that in porn before. Another like core memory like from that scene was seeing Lulu like fit their fist in Connie. And like there was a still where my face is that close to like Connie's cooch, like watching it go in, and I'm like,
And had you ever seen anything like that live and in person?
Oh, never. That was my first time seeing someone get fisted like in front of my face.
Yep.
And I had a front row seat. It was insane.
There you go. Yeah. Anytime, I feel like, maybe not anytime, every time, but almost every time we're working on a project with Lulu, especially when it's like a group scene with a bunch of girls, it inevitably is going to happen where they're going to be like, I have small hands, just in case anybody knows. And I think that day that came up, and Connie's like, I'll do it. And so that was pretty funny.
It was amazing.
So when you were obviously, it was a collab project. You all did such a fantastic job promoting the project as well to all your fans. What was the reaction like from your fans for that scene?
Oh, they loved it. They're like, when are you going to do more scenes like this? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, hopefully they bring me back. So, yeah, like my fans have just been patiently waiting.
Okay, so that is a really good segue into my next question, which is obviously that was our first project together, but it should definitely not be the last. So, like, what would be on your bucket list, for like dream scenes with Adult Time? What would you like to do?
Oh God, another all Asian girl orgy, of course. Like that was so much fun. I would love to do. I know you did like the what was it, the camp one? Like that
Escape from Camp Conversion.
Yes. Yeah. No, that one looks so fun. I feel like I would love to do more like plot lines, like test out like my acting skills past like my silly skits, you know? Yeah, so hopefully.
There you go. Do you like projects that involve like, I know you do like a lot of cosplay stuff. Do you like costumes, acting, the hair and makeup, the whole thing?
I love plots. So like porn with a plot, like role play. It's just so fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we actually were in the midst of releasing Escape from Camp Conversion now, and it's doing very, very well. And it's from a series that we have called Girlcore, which is takes place in the 80s. And it's a very popular series for us. So fingers crossed that the fans will want a sequel.
Ooh.
And then perhaps Jasmine's going to find herself as one of the many campers, or I think at this point they're going into a prison or something at the end of the movie. So we'll see.
Whoa.
Well, it could be escape from lesbian prison.
That'll be my escape room.
There you go. Exactly, your very first escape room. Perfect. So you call yourself an amateur cosplayer, noob streamer, pro ho.
Oh, yes.
That's all in quotes.
Yes.
Can you tell me what a noob streamer is? What? Like a noob is just someone who's not very good at something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, God. Yeah. I call myself that because it's like, I still have to ask my Twitch mods, like, how do you do this? And I've been streaming on Twitch for like 3 years, and I don't know how to make a command, which I feel like is very basic. I feel like those who take streaming or do streaming full time will know how to do like a lot of the things I don't. Yeah. So that's why I call myself noob streamer.
How much time would you say do you spend on platforms like Twitch as part of your kind of overall career?
Let's see. Well, I would say at least 12 hours. I usually stream 3 times a week
Mm-hmm.
for 4 hours, sometimes 5, and then occasionally they'll get like an extra one if I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would also kind of like go through my VODs and then see like, oh, that's like a funny clip that I can just like make and post onto social media. So I would say like maybe 12 to 15 at
Yeah.
least. Yeah, is a fair amount.
And that's mostly like you're gonna have to educate me because I am a total noob when it comes to Twitch. But really, that's a way, like it's a way to connect with fans directly. Obviously, you're like gaming and stuff at that time, but does it for you become a great source of like potential leads for your content platforms? Like it's a really kind of marketing by having yourself out there while doing something fun and engaging with fans.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like I feel like with the Twitch too, like if there's a good moment, you can also make that into like a clip and like post on like social media. And what I do is like like if you ever see me go live on IG, like it's like I'm also streaming on Twitch at the same time. So I get like I put my phone and it's just a view of my boobs while like I'm playing a video game. So it's another way to kind of just multitask in my promotion.
Yeah. Very cool. And how did you like stumble upon that? What point in your like Reddit to TikTok to content creation? When did Twitch? You said like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I started streaming 3 years ago. I've always wanted to be a Twitch streamer, like, and kind of try that market because I love video games. And I thought, you know, what if I just stream myself playing them? And yeah, it took me a while to kind of like just pull the trigger on it because starting new projects always makes me so nervous. But one time I just like wanted to play League of Legends, and so I made a Twitch account, learned how to do OBS, and told my fans, "Hey, I'm streaming on Twitch. Like, come through if you want." And yeah, like I started growing a community from there.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what's the most time or money that you've ever poured into a single cosplay costume?
Oh goodness, cosplay. Well, there is like I just bought like an armor set because I really want to go to the Renaissance Fair next year. So I bought like a $500 like armor set on Etsy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Renaissance Fair?
When I was like younger with my parents, and I just thought it was so fascinating because like everyone's LARPing, and I'm a nerd. I love LARPing. So I'm really excited to like pull up in like my skimpy armor suit.
I was gonna say I lived in Montreal for a long time, and they have a big LARPing community there.
Oh, really?
And there was a park every weekend where they would go to like, you know, have combat. And it would be fascinating to watch because, you know, everybody's so, when you're into LARPing, like you are full in.
Oh, yeah.
And I would always sit on the sidelines and watch them and think like, ooh, I could become one of these people. Like, because I also grew up reading a lot of fantasy and like liking that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a fascinating community, like how dedicated. I feel like the Renaissance is just LARPing festival, basically.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like people don't go for like the food, like they go for like the hot girls that feed you cider and like just the environment, you know?
Yeah. Cool. Well, you're definitely going to need to take some good pics when you like debut that armor at next year's Renaissance Festival.
Wait for it.
So cosplay and anime are often connected. Are you into, like, are you one of those girls that loves the anime porn, or it's not your thing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love hentai. Oh my God. I still watch it sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Because I swear almost especially every like female guest that I interview and I ask like kind of like what do you like watching? Almost everybody says anime or says hentai. So what do you think, what is it for you about hentai that you like?
Oh, I just think like there's some certain things that can be like portrayed in anime you can't portray in like real life human porn. Like I don't know, I just love like the x-ray where you can watch the dick go into like the vagina. I just think that's so hot, and you can't get that in like real life. Yeah.
It's funny because as studios, I've noticed, I mean, we've certainly done this at Adult Time in the last couple of years, and I've noticed some other big studios doing it too. where, you know, there's no doubt that animated content is, you know, especially for people that pay for porn, like people will pay for good animated content. And they like those sort of like the hentai fantasies. And so we've all been kind of creating live action versions of hentai fantasies. And for us, we have a series called Fuda World, where we've got like a prosthetic Fudanari dicks and stuff. So if that's ever your jam, it would be a unique Next Pro project.
Oh.
But if that is ever your jam, we would love to have you for Fuda World.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Might have to do some research.
There you go.
on
Do
that.
some research. Do some research, and you let me know, because it's one of those things where it's either you look at it and you're like, oh hell yeah, or you look at it and you're like, ooh no. But Connie did one for us a few months ago that did, and Lulu's done like 2 or 3 for us at this point.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Time to do some research
There you
later.
go. There you go. Some research. So I know there's been like a number of adult creators who have made like really successful transitions to like basically becoming full-time Twitch streamers. For you, do you sort of see that perhaps your streaming career could go from noob to where it's occupying more and more of your time, or do you like having like that balance of both adult content creation and the streaming?
Oh goodness. I would love to have my stream like grow even bigger, because it's like I just love having that sense of community, and then also like having my fans see that like, oh, she doesn't do porn, she also plays video games and like all this, and like I think it like helps them realize like, oh, I am more just like than just my porn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Like it is very hard though to kind of balance everything, because obviously this makes me more money. Yeah. But I would like to someday.
There you go. All right. So keep tuning in. With you know, being a mostly like independent creator who's done some collabs with studios, what would you say like would be your advice for people that are getting into content creation, especially those that want to ultimately do their own thing but also collab with companies? What have you learned, and what would you share with others? Well, you definitely had the marketing angle down right. You did that very well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say like definitely diversify your platforms, because especially with like Instagram and like social media becoming so nitpicky about what they allow, you never know when like an account is gonna get banned. I've got like my TikTok banned like 10 different times, you know, and just like diversifying your audience, because you never know like when a specific audience is gonna like be taken away, or like things go south.
Yeah. That very, very sound advice. You know, you mentioned earlier on about like, you know, when you're doing different things in life as a content creator, you're always sort of in the back of your mind thinking about, oh, should I capture this? And this had to be something you really like had to kind of train yourself to reflect on. When you are, you know, when you are running your own brand and your own business and your own creator, how do you balance work with still having a personal life? So like how many hours typically in a given week are you Jasmine T, the content creator, versus, you know, yourself not having to always be on or always be documenting?
Oh goodness, that's hard, because I feel like, I'm still working on finding that balance. It's so difficult, especially when like you get into like content brain, like you just think like, oh, you know, I'm going out to eat McDonald's, but I can make a vlog out of that. It's really hard, but what's helped me is I have like a whiteboard, and what I do is like I write down all the things like I need to get done that day, or like all the things I want to, and I just like try to do what I set for myself that day, and then when I'm done, I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's helped me a lot for sure.
And you mentioned the importance of diversifying platforms, but also probably diversifying the income streams as well, right? So that you are not always dependent on, you know, just one, and you have to be a slave to it. You can have multiple passive streams and then have some semblance of an actual personal life as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always nice to kind of just like, you know, have like different like sources of income. One also because it's like just in case one goes south, like you have like that as a backup. And then also it's just nice to try new things. Yeah, like you never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, like that's what you did with Reddit. That's what you
Yeah.
did with TikTok. That's what you did with Twitch, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite hobbies that don't have to do with work?
Oh, I love to dance. Yeah, dancing is really fun. And then it's hard because it's like even with hobbies, you're thinking, oh man, I could somehow make content out of that. Yeah, it's really hard getting out of that content brain.
Yeah, yeah. But also the key to the success is always having that content, right? So it
True.
is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Well, you know, do you consider yourself more of a homebody, or do you like to get out and do stuff?
Ooh, I would say homebody for sure. But like the funny thing is like, you know, even though I am like independent content creator and like streamer, I am never home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last month I was in my own house for like only 2 weeks, always on the move.
Yeah. Well, a big part of being a creator, right, is all collabing with other creators, right? So sometimes you got to go to where there's a hub of people and work for a while. And so, yeah, do you find that you're traveling more often than not now? And how does that impact your personal life and your work-life balance?
Oh yeah, I feel like especially this year I have been constantly on the move and it's like no complaints because it does take me to cool places. Like I go to like Georgia or I go to like Japan and like it's all exciting stuff. But I just miss my cat. Like that's the one thing that like I just wish I could bring my cat everywhere with
There you
me.
go. Well, you got to you have to make your cat like a service animal, and then you could take your cat. But maybe your cat's like, I do not want to go on that.
Oh yeah, she's such a princess.
Yeah.
She's a true homebody.
Yeah. All right, Jasmine. Well, we're going to take it into our final segment of today, the rapid fire questions. All right. So these are definitely the clickbait questions. So that my team put together. So, first question. You're stuck in one cosplay outfit for the rest of your life. What are you wearing?
Oh, Chun-Li. Yeah. My fans love seeing me in Chun-Li. It's my most popular cosplay.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Excellent. All right. So, you know, as a big fan of anime, you can only watch one anime series for the next year. Which show are you watching?
Probably One Piece because there's so much variety. That anime has over 1,000 episodes.
Wow. Okay.
And it's still going.
There you go.
Yeah.
We talked today about your first ever custom request. What has been your most unique custom request from a fan that you care to divulge?
Ooh. There's this one custom request. I will always remember it because I just think, why? Why did I take this
can't
on?
wait.
Oh my gosh. He just wanted me to act like I was hypnotized and he wants me to do the chicken dance, but no blinking. And I was like, no blinking?
Let's deep dive on this.
Yeah.
So what do we think's going on here with this fella? What is he into?
I think he just I don't know, like he just likes like the hypnotizing fetish,
Yeah.
which is like what I learned that day.
Yeah. You went on and did some subreddit research and discovered, Yeah, hypnosis is a type of content that we definitely can't film in pro scenes because, of course, one can't really be consenting when they're hypnotized.
Yeah, definitely.
But apparently they also can't be blinking in this guy's fantasy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like having extreme control. Like maybe
think
that was
so.
the get up too, and maybe it's a little humiliation, right? Like like chicken dance and embarrassed by chicken dance.
Yeah, it's probably like a power dynamic thing, and like I don't do like hypnotized content anymore.
Yeah,
and it was just the no blinking part, which was really hard for me. Thank God I could turn around, and when I turned around, I would close my eyes.
Yeah, that would be fun to see the BTS of. Yeah. That would be talking about like having, different camera set up to capture content for different platforms. Having a BTS of you doing the chicken dance and then turning around to try to blink to salvage this guy's fantasy would be a clip I would watch. I would watch that clip.
Oh man,
for sure.
I wish I gotta have like the second BTS.
There you go.
now. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So what's your favorite sex toy? What's your go-to sex toy?
Ooh, my favorite sex toy. That would have to be my Nora, like the Lavence one. It's like a rabbit. I love it when someone controls that thing. It makes me come like crazy.
There you go. Shout out to Love Ends. Love Ends has been coming up a lot lately in the answers to that question. I guess they're making some good products.
They make such good toys.
Where is the craziest place that you have ever masturbated? that you can say.
Oh God, I don't have shame saying this. In my grandma's room. I'm sorry, Grandma.
Oh, not Grandma.
Hopefully she doesn't watch this. She probably won't.
Oh, well, was Grandma out of the house at least? Okay,
Yeah.
Grandma was out of the house.
She was in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I was staying in her room. A girl has to come
Look,
somewhere.
okay, now I feel slightly better than if Grandma was just out of earshot.
Yeah.
You know? There you go. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Grandma. It is all okay. What's the weirdest sex dream that you have ever had?
Oh goodness. I love the video game Baldur's Gate. So, and like one of the characters in there, his name is Asterion. He's like this sexy vampire with white hair. I had a dream that like I was getting spit roasted by him and Withers, like the skeleton death god. And I was just like, why is he there? Why am I fucking a skeleton right now? What is my brain trying to tell me?
There are so many people watching this that are just writing that down, and they're going to submit it as a parody request. But okay, so my last rapid fire question. All right, money is no object. You have full creative control. What would be your dream scene to film?
Ooh, my dream scene. A gangbang. I love, like, gangbang has been my ultimate fantasy, and oh. Man, I want it to happen.
All right, walk me through what happens in this gangbang.
Let's see. It could be just like men and women, like literally anyone, just all attention on me.
Yeah.
Like I want like hands on me, like face deep in my pussy, like just ba ba ba, like all attention. I want to feel like a princess.
Okay, so princess theme. Mm-hmm. Now, would you want to choose the co-stars? And just be able to curate and select.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's important.
That is very important. And you said that you'd be interested in a mix of both men and women. That would be kind of an interesting twist.
Oh yeah.
Would you want for the girls participating? Would they like be topping with strap-ons or just good old fashioned using their hands and their mouths?
Oh, strap-ons are great. I love a strap-on.
There you go. Okay,
just anything.
Cool. All right, I like that. That sounds like a pretty good first gangbang scene. All right, well, you all heard that. So if that's something you want to see, let us know in the comments. Thank you so much, Jasmine.
Yay,
it's been
thank
an
you.
awesome time getting to know you better, getting to talk about your great career, all of your pro tips, because even though you have only done but 2 studio collabs, you are a total pro. And you have, like, I really respect the content you make and all the marketing savvy that exists. So, and who knows, maybe in the future, a princess-themed gangbang or some other incredible scene. Definitely some really good stuff to come. Thank you so much, Jasmine.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right. Yay, we did it.
Woo! And Withers, like the skeleton death god.